Let me ask you something that most men never stop to consider. What if you've been playing the dating game completely backwards? What if the key to making a woman truly desire you is not in chasing her, pleasing her, or over-explaining your worth, but in flipping the script, creating space, and becoming the man she's afraid to lose? Not through manipulation, not through drama, but by stepping so firmly into your self-worth that the thought of losing you becomes her greatest fear. Welcome back to the channel. If you're the kind of man who's always giving, always available, always proving himself, then what I'm about to share might be uncomfortable, but it's going to change everything. This video isn't about playing games, it's about reclaiming your value. And once you do, the entire dynamic shifts. She's no longer in control. She starts wondering where she stands with you, and that's when she starts chasing. Let's get into it. 1. Stop reassuring her constantly. Reassurance feels like love, doesn't it? Telling her you'll never leave, always texting back right away, always making sure she knows you're still there. But here's the truth. Constant reassurance doesn't build trust. It destroys attraction. When you over-reassure, you're telling her, I need you to stay. I'm afraid you'll leave. And that fear, it kills desire. Women don't want a man who clings. They want a man whose value is so self-evident that he doesn't need to chase her approval. Let her feel uncertainty. Let her wonder. Let her question for just a moment. Because in that space, something powerful happens. She begins to realize she could lose something rare. And that fear, that's what makes her step up. To ignore her when she pulls away. This is where most guys mess up. A woman starts acting distant. Slower replies, less warmth. And what do men do? They panic. They start texting more, asking what's wrong, reassuring her again. But here's the harsh truth. Every time you react to her distance by working harder, she learns one thing: she controls the dynamic. What should you do instead? Absolutely nothing. Don't reward distance with energy. Stay grounded, stay silent, stay focused on your life. Silence from a man who's usually present speaks volumes. It makes her wonder, wait, did I go too far? Did I lose him? Let her feel that fear. If she values you, she'll return with more respect than before. If she doesn't, you just saved yourself from chasing a woman who never valued you to begin with. 3. Let her see you have options. Women don't want a man who waits around. They want a man who is already wanted, not just by other women, but by life itself. When your schedule is full, when your goals come first, when you're living with purpose, she feels it. You become chosen, not desperate. You don't have to brag. You don't have to post fake stories about how busy you are. 4. Never over-explain yourself. Sorry, I didn't text back. I was busy. Please don't be upset. Sound familiar? Men think over-explaining shows respect. But in reality, it shows insecurity. You don't need to defend every choice you make. You don't need to prove you're a good guy. A confident man makes his decisions and lets his actions speak. You're not cold. You're clear. When you stop over-explaining, she begins to take your words more seriously. Because she senses you're not looking for permission. You're not trying to be understood. You're simply being. And that's magnetic. You walk away when disrespected. This is non-negotiable. You don't lecture her. You don't plead. You don't explain why it hurt you. You leave. A single moment of disrespect, a passive-aggressive jab, a public humiliation, a sarcastic remark is all it takes. And when you respond with silence and distance, she feels it. She realizes you won't fight to stay in a place where you're not valued. That sends a stronger message than any angry reply. And if she respects you, she'll correct herself. If she doesn't, let her go. You don't need to teach someone how to value gold. 6. Delay your responses on purpose. Instant replies send the wrong message. They say, you have nothing going on. You're always waiting. You're predictable. Now, I'm not saying play games, but I am saying pace yourself. You're building a life. You're not sitting by the phone. Let there be space. Let tension build. That pause before you reply, it makes her wonder. It makes her think. And suddenly, your time has value. 7. Keep your emotions in check. Attraction dies the second you become emotionally reactive. If she pulls back and you panic, if she tests you and you lash out, if she challenges you and you crumble, you just gave her all the power. She doesn't want a man who spirals. She wants a man who holds steady. This doesn't mean you suppress everything. It means you own your emotions. You process before you speak. You lead with clarity, not chaos. The calmer you are, the more she feels. This man doesn't need me to regulate him. He can handle pressure. And that's attractive on a whole new level.